Good morning, hello, how are you doing everyone? This is Blood Bowl Breakfast and I'm Ben from the Bonehead podcast. So, I thought it was actually Tiff's idea that what we do is she was like, why don't you just do a bit of a live stream on a Saturday morning or something? You know, everyone's home, everyone's happy, and actually I thought it's a great idea. So the idea is for Blood Bowl Breakfast, we're going to hang out, we're going to talk about any Games Workshop news, we're going to talk about Blood Bowl news, and if there's not a huge amount going on, we'll bust open Blood Bowl 3 and play a game or two. So today is going to be episode 1, so we're going to be talking about stuff, we're going to be talking about the preview, and we're going to be talking about what the preview means for Blood Bowl, so don't panic. I've seen some comments out there already. Oh my god, Blood Bowl's dead. Blood Bowl's not dead. And I think we got Gaz Atola in chat as well, who actually did ping a couple of comments into the live stream video saying it's okay. Like, people thought this when vampires didn't happen as well. So let's check in with chat first of all, because it's not showing up, which is good. This is good. This is always fun and always useful to have a dry run of this. Let's do this, and then let's fix the chat so that we can all see who's here and what you're all saying. There we go. Fabulous. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, so why is that not moving? Oh, don't you tempt me with a good time, OBS. Right, chat box. I want it there so I can see what everybody's saying. All right, wicked. We've got Paul, Gazatola, Actual Pal, Rain, Ads, Paul, Harrison, Graham Pickett, Gazatola, Gazman, Kaijin Chicken, Reddy Bell, Shell, Papa Z, Paul Roberts, loads of people in the chat already, which is wicked to see. Paul says, sad day for Blood Bowl, but at least my Flesh Eater Court's got a cool new Falconer model, so I'll have to console myself with that. Yeah, there was nothing for Gav, nothing for Blood Bowl at the Games Workshop preview. There was a bunch of cool models, and we had a good time on the live stream hanging out and just kind of judging them for it a little bit. Flesh Eater Court's got something for Age of Sigmar. The Night Haunts got something for Age of Sigmar. The big news is obviously Chaos Dwarves landing in Age of Sigmar. The Flesh Eater Court guide, Paul, I'm sorry. It's a great model, but I have dubbed him, I kind of pointing out that he had like a Peter Pan hat. Hopefully that doesn't affect how much you love the model. Gazatola, morning. Actual Pal says, what about Blood Bowl's second breakfast? Absolutely. You'll get that on the weekends when the podcast comes out. Ad says, morning, Paul. McSnagger, good morning. Graham says, I've no idea what I'm about to watch, but it does mean my day on Xbox will probably be delayed. Dude, we're just going to hang out and talk some Blood Bowl, probably play a bit of Blood Bowl 3. What's this morning show? The craziness is real. Well, we were talking, Tiff suggested it, and then last week I shot over to Entoyment, and they were just about to kick off a Blood Bowl tournament, and I thought it'd be really cool to do the Blood Bowl breakfast show like as tournaments are kicking off. So if people are at a tournament, we can do shout outs or stuff, and then, you know, hang out, play some Blood Bowl 3 or whatever. Gazatola, wandering to Sainsbury's and haven't even had my first breakfast yet. Neither have I, because the diet journey is real. Craig, Heseltine, morning all. Graham, they're already talking about Beachhead. Yes, Gaz is coming to Beachhead as well. No Blood Bowl announcement. Seems like Blood Bowl has been forgotten by Games Workshop. Blood Bowl news or lack of. We're going to talk about that in a minute for sure, because there's something on the horizon and I'm circling that. Kaijin Chicken, morning. Shell, morning. Papa Z, Games Workshop previews and disappointed angry nerds. Tale as old as time. They never used to do the previews. The preview used to be literally you'd get your copy of White Dwarf and you'd be like, oh wow, look at what's coming next month. But that is because I'm a little bit old now, so that's before. Then it was all on Warseer, right? That's where all the leaks and previews and stuff happened, was Warseer for a bit. Paul Harrison says, well, I'll be getting new Blood Bowl, new third-party Skaven team on its way. I think I have 7 Skaven teams already, as you should have. Not sure why that's there. Let's do that. I've got... oh god, is it? I don't know if it's 7 actually, Paul. I think you might have me there, but there's another Skaven team on the brew. Absolutely. I'm assuming BH are announcing Tomb King Sea Elves in a new edition, right? Absolutely, I wish. Gaz said 7 Skaven. I thought I had a goblin problem with 4 and a 5th on the way. That's not a problem. just 5 short of what you need. Alba, higher. Tom got up and started painting Cathay, so this is a nice surprise. That's fun to hang out, talk some Blood Bowl, play some Blood Bowl. Gazatola, I know there is the SummerSlam tournament today. Yeah, because everything's on tour play now as well. Like, when it comes to it, as we go along, I want to try this for a good few weeks. And there'll be some tournaments happening, and people who are like, oh, I'm at this tournament next weekend, and then we can log on and we can jump on tour play and we can see like the first round and how the games are going. I think there's a lot of Blood Bowl going on a Saturday morning, and it makes me ever so happy. Okay, groovy. We said hello to everybody in chat. Thank you very much for jumping on and joining us. We are going to do a bit of a quick review of what happened yesterday. Well, golly, my gosh. They're not working either. Click, and where's the chat bottom? Because you're not working either. Click, click, click. There we go. Does that work? And then does that work? Chat box. All right, sweet. Magic. Actually, I think 2 is where we need to be. Okay, so the summer preview. So there was no Blood Bowl news. We sadly, just very sad. Okay, just very sad. But it doesn't mean that Games Workshop has forgotten Blood Bowl. I think it just means that they have a lot to show off, and they did. And I wonder if you think about what they released or what they actually showed at the preview this week, there was some big stuff in their world, right? So there was another version of Kill Team, which is quite a big deal. They did a big release for Votann, so they're Space Dwarves, which was, I mean, a big deal to some people watching the stream, which was pretty cool. This guy was very cool, the Tyrannid guy. Let's see if we can't zoom in a bit. Boop, boop, boop. That's you know, it's all cool and stuff. So there's a bunch of interesting models. So quite a big release for Votann. Quite a big release in the world of Kill Team. Another box set. I mean, it feels like they do these every 6 months. So whether it's a big release or not, kind of your mileage may vary. But I think in the world of Games Workshop, like boxed game, full-on Votann stuff, the Tomb Kings for the old world, which that was the thing, that was the nugget, right? Was the Pharaoh hat. That was what I was a little bit excited for, and obviously led astray, which is a bit of a shame. The Flesh Eater and Nighthaunt heroes. The Chorf release is a big thing for Games Workshop with Chaos. So with Kill Team, with Chaos Dwarves, with the Space Dwarves, there's a lot going on. Legions Imperial has got some stuff. Some Heresy got some stuff. Books, yeah. Space Marines got a few models, and a big old helmet. There was quite a lot going on in the bigger Games Workshop world, so I wonder if that's kind of going to affect, all in all, like just how much space they had for this one. Any news from yesterday's broadcast? No, I'm afraid not. Imagine joining stream and Ben is just sat here wearing that Space Marine helmet. I did get my Vietnam helmet that Craig bought me out of storage this week. That's in the car, and I did think yesterday, being like, do I put it on for the hat stream? And I'm glad I didn't. Gazatola, seen online the wearable helmet is going to be $159.99. Do you know what? That is actually less than I guessed. I thought it'd be $230, $240. Rain says, speaking of Blood Bowl 3, I haven't played since the patch. I was wondering if the Amazon hit and run always showing armor break got fixed. I don't know. I'm not sure I have the Amazon team on Blood Bowl 3 actually. I think I bought Khorne, and I've played one game or something. We might jump on Blood Bowl 3 and play something in a minute, just so I can get myself warmed up on the BB3 controls again. Blood Bowl cast a big shadow. They don't want everyone else to get ignored because a BB dice set or limited time recasting comes out. Thwomp on it there. Actual power says, I mean, they already dropped a load of Necromunda before the reveal show, which they could have rolled into the reveal. It's just because it's not on the show doesn't mean it's not in the pipeline, says Actual Power. Absolutely. Gaz, apparently the helmet's only 100 quid. Papa Z says, I haven't booted up Bubble 3 in forever. I think I find it hard to enjoy versus random peeps. Not sure why. I think that's definitely a factor. I think when it comes to Blood Bowl's more of a cooperative game than people think. Like, some tournaments do not make you feel that way, but you are playing with, it's PvE, PvPvE, right? You're playing against the game, you're playing against the dice. So playing against the dice with an opponent that's not really there, it's just a bit, it can be a bit miserable, I guess. I haven't played BB for about 40 years, lack of release won't stop me anytime. I've played BB for 4 years. I was going to say, Paul, I've seen you play Blood Bowl. We should probably be grateful Games Workshop doesn't pay too much attention to it. Yes, you say that. Bruty's had some challenges recently. A couple of vendors have had challenges with IP stuff. I know he was in the stream last night talking about how his High Elves got nerfed by Games Workshop, which did start a buzz. It did start a buzz saying, ooh, a High Elves coming, if Games Workshop are going after High Elves. I think I missed the person interaction when playing. If BB3 gets proper chat feature, I think it'd be better. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Right, so let's reset a little bit. So what does this mean for Blood Bowl? Well, this means nothing for Blood Bowl. When it comes to the fact that we didn't get any news at the most recent preview, it does genuinely mean nothing. Games Workshop just like to drop nuggets whenever they want to drop nuggets. I think we had Dungeon Bowl. I think Nick was talking about it in the chat. Randomly, I think, or it might have been a part of a preview. A lot of what they do happens to be part of previews. Although in recent memory, gnomes were dropped just on a random Saturday morning. It was the Warhammer World anniversary, so I think they have to try and find slots to put this kind of news in. So I think when it comes to Blood Bowl, I don't think they would drop a team on a random weekend anymore. They did for Lizards years and years and years ago. Gnomes, they made a big thing of at an anniversary. I don't think we're going to see like just a Necromunda article. Like they dropped one this week, didn't they? Where it was just kind of like, hey, all of a sudden you've got a book coming, and they just kind of went, boom, here's some models and a book. Like a whole expansion for Necromunda, literally just on what, like a Monday article. I don't think they would do that with Blood Bowl. I think, and I know this kind of sounds like, well, yeah, Ben, you would say this because you love Blood Bowl, and it's true. I would say it because I do love Blood Bowl, but they don't have that many releases for Blood Bowl, and that really is what it is for me. Is that they just don't have that many releases. So I think they do want to make a bit of a spectacle of it, just to kind of show people that it's not dead. Because when they do these previews, right, it brings other people into the sphere. So Lords of War were talking about this on one of their shows the other day, where they said that when Games Workshop releases something new, it makes loads of sales for stuff that's old. So if they go, boom, here's a gnome team, someone's gonna be like, oh, I'm picking up the gnomes, and then someone else is like, oh, do you know what? I've been meaning to get a Dark Elf team. I've been meaning to do this. Or that gnome player now then plays Blood Bowl, and they might have some friends that join in. Or gnomes might be the first team they go for Blood Bowl, and then they've built themselves a Blood Bowl customer, and then they kind of get that secondary sales element. Papa Z says the Games Workshop legal team is always watching. Papa Z, hi Games Workshop lawyers, enjoy your daily goats. Anyone managed to get BB3's Discord chat working? I couldn't even find out what my login for Blood Bowl 3 is. It's a shame PlayStation's chat feature helps it. Yeah, okay, that's good call. That's a good call. So yes, I don't think if we have Blood Bowl news, it will be chucked out randomly. Which means if we look at the calendar, I think some of the guys in chat last night did call it. Nova is the next kind of nugget on the Games Workshop world schedule. I know there's other stuff going on. I think we've got Gen Con coming up this week. And it's Games Workshop, right? But I don't think they've dropped any news at Gen Con for 4 or 5 years now. So I'm not sure how big their presence in it is at Gen Con. And they've just had this preview. So I don't know what you guys in chat think, but I don't think we're going to see anything at Gen Con. I would like that. But if they're going to do, I think, a Blood Bowl team, let alone the rumors of a new box, I don't think it would be on a random article. Now, I could be setting myself up for disappointment here, but I think it's quite possible that that's going to be a preview, whether it's a team. If it's a new boxed game, definitely going to be a preview, right? That's just how Games Workshop works. Bob in chat says, are there any rumblings of a new edition of Blood Bowl? I'm out of the loop, but High Elves versus Tomb King's box feels about right. Sign me up for that. There's lots of rumors about a new edition of Blood Bowl, and there have been now for 3 years. So take that however you want. There's more rumors coming out, but the rumors are crazier, so the validity of said rumors are limited. What we do know is that High Elves and Tomb Kings are both teams of legend that have not come out yet, and we haven't had anything for Games Workshop now for 10 months. So it feels like it's about time for them to release one of the 2 teams that it's pretty likely are coming. That's basically where we know. Nova was the Chorf announcement. Nova was the Chorf announcement, says Gaz. All right, wicked. Ad says, I can see the remaining teams of Legend being casually subtle drops, but a new team might get showcased. Really depends on how close to a new edition. If there is one on the horizon we're getting, that's fair. Nova preview would line up with the rumoured Blood Bowl release in September, says Budgie. I don't know, man. So that would be a very fast turnaround for Games Workshop for a box set release. Given that they would do preview, then they would have to be up on the Sunday show. Oh, the girl's going out. It would have to be on the Sunday show, like the Sunday preview slot, for the following Saturday for then 2 weeks. So it would have to go Nova Open, and then that Sunday would need to be on the preview article. Then the following Saturday would need to be on the 2-week release. So that's a tight timeline for it to be in September. I think that we might, if we're going to get something, it might be a little bit later in the year. If Nova happens, I think maybe October works out perfectly fine, I think. A new box likely to be a human remodel with 1 team of Legend. The humans do need a remodel. We need them to announce either a high-elf team or something new like Slaanesh or Tzeentch. First time I caught you live, watched all the games on YouTube, love the regular 11-player season. Thanks, Stephen. Right, given that we don't have news right now, that means we don't have to hold back on the Bonehead Championship, which is sweet. So we got 4 more games of 7s to film, so that's the next 2 weeks. Then Milton's coming over, we're going to get a game in. Then the lads are coming over, so we're going to get another game in. So we are going to be on now for the Bonehead Championship, which means I've got to the end of the month to paint up a team. That's fine. I think we'll binge on with the Brute Fun Orcs, because I am very excited for that. Games Workshop fast. Games Workshop always stands for glacial walk, says Ad Henry. Absolutely. So look, let's talk Nova. So Nova is and has, I believe, a big Blood Bowl tournament. I'm not sure. I think somebody told me this. Gaming. Let's go with gaming on the Nova site. Come on. Where's Blood Bowl? Where's Blood Bowl? Do not be at the bottom. Do not be at the bottom. War Machine, Underworlds, Warcrow. They got a Warcrow event. Wow. And a Trench Crusade event. All right. The fact the Old World's at the bottom there is interesting. Necromunda, Inquisitor, Mordheim. It is entirely... There we go. Blood Bowl and Dungeon Bowl. Is this a thing? Schedule of events. So... Oh, they've got it all. This is wicked. Is this year? Am I on the right year? Over 2025. They got Beach Bowl, Dungeon Bowl, Rookie Rumble 7s, Gutter Bowl. They've got Gutter Bowl. Nick, they got Gutter Bowl. I'm going to pop across to Nova. And then they've got a 2-day 11s. God, that is a lot of Blood Bowl. I love that. I love that. So yeah, they've got some chunky Blood Bowl events happening over at Nova. I'm not going to get distracted by the other stuff. Battletech. Where's the Battletech Gothic? Where's the Battletech Gothic? Where is Battletech Gothic? I'm quite excited for that game. All right, so with that said, Nova is coming, and it could be the end of August. So, like you guys have said, I think if it's a team, Nova potentially gets squeezed in, or it just gets chucked on as something separate. I mean, who knows? What if the reason that the new edition rumors are taking so long is because they want to AOS all the teams, orcs become urks, etc. Games Workshop do love a good IPing, right? So it is entirely possible that they're trying to IP protect all of Blood Bowl. But I'm going to be honest with you, I think in the realms of the how third party are integrated into Blood Bowl, I think it's too late. I think what's realistically happening, which does suck in my eyes, is that they've realized that they don't control Blood Bowl. They do control Blood Bowl, they control the rules, they control the releases and that kind of stuff. But because the third party presence, and the tournament presence is just so much its own thing, that I do wonder if they just see it as a community top up. Like they're like, we've got a big market for people, they don't need anything, and we can't push too hard in the Blood Bowl space, so we'll just sneak a team out every now and again, keep the game alive, and get residual sales and the other stuff. So it might be that it is, because of how strong the community is, it makes it less drip fed from a sort of like release schedule point of view, which is good and bad, right? Gazatola says, I've got 3 months to paint, remaining 6 minis for Bonehead Bowl. Best get cracking as my painting moves at a slower pace than Games Workshop. Hey, 4 hours you can do a team, I promise. Michael and Slan and bouncy Slan, absolutely. Gonna attempt the 11s weekend in August. That's the Beard Cup, isn't it? Full beard Cup. Is that right? They're normally doing October, but they moved forward to August, which fired up the rumors even more, which is pretty cool. Team ready for Bonehead Bowl. Just need a pass from, yep. Let's go. Right, so yeah, so that's my take on it. What does this mean for Blood Bowl? Not a huge amount, and we are now going to be looking ahead at probably Nova Open, and then if not Nova Open, then Games Workshop preview September time, because the September one's going to be their Christmas one, right? Because if you think about the way their release schedules work, it's a 6 week lead time minimum, right? I mean, they do drop some stuff out quicker, but it's not very often. And part of a release schedule, they have quite a lot of stuff. So, you know, Cathay took 3 months to drop, I think. Gazatola, 4 hours. That's my time for a single stunty. Haha, speed paints. That's my style. I do not recommend for anybody else. So, yes, I think Nova, we'll have it in October. End of September, October time for a Games Workshop Christmas preview, then it's going to be a Christmas release for Blood Bowl. What that means, though, is we've got nothing going on in Blood Bowl right now, which means we can all just enjoy playing with the toys we've got. The downside of this, and the thing that's affecting us the most on the channel, which I appreciate is beyond a first world problem, is we kind of get, not nervous, but it's a lot of time investment to film all the games and to edit all the games and stuff. So we don't have a, you know, Trip's got a youngish family. I've got a very young family. In fact, she's over there playing in a puddle. Hi, Libby. Like, there's a time investment. And what we don't want to do is start filming the Berlin Championship and then Games Workshop be like, boom, here's a new team. Or God, like, boom, here's a new edition. Because that would mean, like, we kind of have to adjust our filming schedule. So the fact that there's been nothing here means that we can actually just relax and enjoy playing Blood Bowl now for the next couple of months, because nothing new is going to come out for a couple of months now, which is pretty good. Ready Bell says, if they drop it as a September preview for Christmas release, I think it'll be a new box. The later in the year, the longer between releases, the more it feels like it's going to be something more than just a team. But I said this in May because there's no FAQ. Something's coming, and then they just released in May FAQ. So who knows? Chat saying hi to Libby. Blood Bowl Xmas would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, if it was they're taking this long because we got a new edition coming for Christmas time, I think that's cool. I think you can absolutely positively sign me up for that. All right, groovy. So I tell you what, guys, as we're here, as we're hanging out, would you mind if we booted up? Let's boot up a bit of Blood Bowl 3 and see. Let's do a stream test. Let's see how well Blood Bowl 3 we can get playing. I'm probably just going to jump on and do some AI stuff. So guys in chat, let me know which team you want to test out. Skaven, Khorne. I think I've got most of the teams. Definitely not all the teams, but most of the teams. So let us know, and we're going to do just play a couple of games or a game against the AI, just so we can test out the screen and stuff. Because if that works, what we could do every Saturday morning is hang out and play a Blood Bowl 3 game, which means we can get some of you guys involved as well. Because I know Caron was on last night being like, oh, we could play a Blood Bowl 3 game. Deva said, Red Gobbo Blood Bowl player for Christmas, definitely. Red Belly, what teams would be in the box? What does everyone think? I mean, obviously, High Elves Tomb Kings makes a lot of sense, but for the last edition, they just had 2 absolutely brand new teams. So it's Games Workshop. Like, if we could see one of the teams of Legend, it would make sense. But honestly, we've obviously got the thing where they're running out of Teams of Legend. So we are, you know, I don't want to say up against the clock, but at some point Games Workshop's going to have to either start regenning the other teams, which, you know, the first kits need a little bit of love, but I mean, they're not bad. But at some point Games Workshop are going to have to start doing some more creative design. Like Khorne was awesome, gnomes were awesome, so it's not like they're bad at this. All right, we've got a bit of lag. All right, let me know if the Blood Bowl 3 volume is too loud. That is the tester here. That is the tester here. Right, let's make my face go away and let's put the game. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. We've got chat, we've got Blood Bowl 3. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where is my mouse? Hold to skip. It's been a while since I've played Blood Bowl 3, actually, to be fair. So, new patch. Oh, yes, Trip said I needed to talk about this. There we go. So, patch notes. 4 new star players. We've got Scylla, Grashnak, Gufflepustmore, and Max Spleen Ripper. So, there's some cool new stuff there for Blood Bowl 3, which is pretty interesting. We've got Post, but Tiff's around, so it's fine. So, let's close that down. What do we want to do? Do we want to just do a bit of AI? How do we do AI? Man, it's been a really long time. Bloodthirst Challenge, Khorne Arena. I like what they did with the arena stuff. Eternal League, is this the AI one? It is, isn't it? All right, I think that's what we want to do. Right, chat, what have we decided we're going to play? Black Orcs played in a Skaven manner. Actual power says has to be something like Human and Orcs. Can't see it being High Elves and Tomb Kings, as their box usually has to be the baseline teams. Can we have a Fimir team? No, I just need to bring back Fimir. For Old World, that would be super impressive, right? If they bring back some classic fantasy stuff, just for like Old World, just a unit of Fimir that you can have. And maybe a shaman or something, just as like extras. They used to do them for Forge World, right? So it makes a lot of fun. What are we playing? Oh, I think I was just playing Khorne. So tell you what, let's just do Khorne. Khorne spelt very incorrectly. I think the Khorne Arena is the thing my Dark Elf Blitzer is in. Cool. Yeah, no, I'd like to start playing. If we can circle this time for Blood Bowl news, Blood Bowl tournaments that are kicking off, and then play some Blood Bowl 3 together, that would be a pretty cool morning. And then we can start getting new players in the teams and stuff. Skaven clans would definitely be something they could add to Blood Bowl. All right, let's skip all this. AI Underworld. All right. Oh, TV 870. Who did I lose then? Who did I lose in my test game? Because I think I was just absolutely yeeting stuff. Can we get a cool star player now? No, we can't. Don't have enough money for a cool star player. Helmet Wolf, Max Spleen Ripper. All right, how much inducements got? 140. So we need to probably... I can't even remember what my roster's got. So let's take this and let's take a couple of coaches, I guess. I don't even know what roster I've got, and the fact I'm down to 870 means I'm missing somebody, which is going to be an interesting challenge. But this is a test. So we won the toss. Do we want to receive or kick? Kicking is obviously the thing you're supposed to do. All right, so we've got 2 Khorne Gores. So we're kicking, and we're playing defense against Underworld. All right. We've got 1 strength 4 blocker, 2 strength 4 blockers, 3 strength 4 blockers. We've got all the blockers. Wicked. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what I'm missing then. Did I buy a Bloodspawn? Is that who's out? I've got no idea. All right, so we're setting up for Underworld. Let's have Frenzy Lineman there. Let's go Khorne Gore on the edge. I've got 3 Khorne Gores? Oh, maybe I'm missing a Khorne Gore. That makes sense. That makes sense. Right, I'm fast tracking this. I'm not making the best decisions, but that is because I am just doing this as a tech test against AI just to see how we can go. Let's move those lads up. Putting the Khorne Gore on the edge like that, it might be... Ooh, that's 1 square too close, Ben. What the heck are you doing? What the heck in heck are you doing? All right, let's do that. Let's do that. New box with Witch Hunter Humans and Savage Orcs. I'd also like to see expansion packs of old world lesser known races you can add to existing teams. So I'm oh, we got a blitz. Wicked. Let's smush some dudes. Alright, so we're playing Underworld. Have I got any good blocks? Sorry, any good blitzes? So these are snotlings, these are goblins, that's a troll. That's another troll. Snotling, snotling. Where are the Skaven? This is Underworld, yes? Am I missing half their team? Oh, the AI for this game is something real special. Alright, let's just jump in here, take a blitz then. Do it, do it. Do it now. Punch, punch. And straight into a both down, I don't have block. And can't use a reroll on a blitz. Alright, now I remember why I didn't play Blood Bowl 3. All this prep and the AI is going to be awful. Look, it's a good test. It's a tech test, right? That's a tech test. And we're going to hang out and talk about the fact there's no Blood Bowl news. I tell you what, I do quite like the Chaos Dwarfs that they showed for Age of Sigmar. Yeah, got to give it to them. I thought they were very cool. I'm not entirely sure because the Games Workshop prices makes a speculative purchase really dangerous, so not so sure. Red Belly, if they decided to do new teams, obviously we could have Tzeentch or Slanesh, but what other ones could we get? So you guys have already called out Savage Orcs. Savage Orcs would be both down. It is. Savage Orcs would be a shoo-in, but I think Forest Goblins, something more like this. I mean, I know Brute Fun's done a Forest Goblin team, and it is a beautiful Forest Goblin team. All right, this is my turn one. So we've got a sidesteppy cage lad. So if we can clear out this goblin. Are you serious? What is this? Use a team reroll. Use a team reroll? I clicked use a team reroll? You guys saw this, right? I clicked use a team reroll, but I still have to choose if I press buttons. I was told Blood Bowl 3 was better. I played Blood Bowl 3 and it was better. Loner. Oh, was that my loner guy? Oh, I do have a loner guy. Well done, Papa Z. All right. Know your roster before you go into a game. Papa Z, I finally got over my FOMO for a bit. My bank balance is so much happier. I tell you what. It is. I've been better. I've even been better at printing things recently. Like I had this real print fast anxiety of like, oh my god, new release, go 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 go. I think probably overcompensating for the fact that we've had nothing for Blood Bowl for a while. So like they would OPR would drop a new release, Highlands Minis would drop a new release, and I'd be like, oh, I've got to print it straight away just to feel alive or whatever. And I've stopped now, and I am much happier. And I spend less time printing. All right, we are at risk here of actually of letting the AI score on us, which I believe is not what you're supposed to do. So let's drop some players there. It's going to force some dodges. It's not fast enough to force the dodges that we want. Let's bring Chonky Boy back. Let's bring Human Man there and see if we can't just set up a bit of a free block on a Snotling in the future. I can get there with 2 rushes. He can possibly get there by punching. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, we're just going to have to blitz this guy. 3 dice. I'll take that. Can't all be skulls, right? Okay, we'll take the push and let's see if we can get a 2-die block now. Pow! There we go. Drop him there. Pin a goblin on the sideline and put a guy on the ball carrier. And then let's swoop this lad in. I'll take a rush to get... is that too much pressure there? They're just going to take nonsense dodges. So planning for them to take nonsense dodges, I want to increase the amount of nonsense dodges that they're going to have to take. and we'll bring him back there. Probably should have brought him there actually, but that's okay. Let's pass and see if I can't spoon this somehow. How Snotling Cage. James says Brutefan and Ugni make awesome third-party stuff. Their ideas and spins on stuff is great. Savage Orcs and Luchador Flings are chef's kiss. And shout out to Steampunk Gnomes. I very much liked the Ugni. I liked the Punga. Both their gnome teams were really wicked. All right. Okay, due to me not paying attention, we've managed to let the AI score. The challenge has been offered now. This is why we're doing this. It's a good test to teach me Blood Bowl 3 again. I think is actually quite important. All right, let's see if we can't do a better job. We've kicked, so I think it's not Skaven, but we need like a 3. We need a 3-1 now, right? This is 3-1 or go home. Can I get a good block with a lineman? Yeah, let's drop lineman there. Can I get a 3-die block using a chonker? If I do that, not really. Let's keep them open. Let's keep them open. I can therefore block. Why is my gore on the line? Too many gores. Too many gores. What do I want to do? Do I just want to punch face directly forward with a seeker? And I think I just want to get these guys in combat as soon as I can. Let's drop him there just in case of shenanigans. Let's just do this. I need Skaven cheerleader models from Blood Bowl 3. Gareth says I need the Ugni Lucha Flings and the Horror Goblins though. Took them 0-1 and 2 at Spring Break in Feb. Is this my turn? Because it still says waiting for the result of the block test. Alright. Alright, let's bring you up to watch the ball, please. You are going to be the ball carry handler. Do I just do this? And it's a really interesting one because against Underworld, right, caging is not the easiest thing to pull off. Especially on a... Wow, man, you do need block, don't you? Come on, let's pile these dice in. Khorne Punch. It is a KO. That's fantastic. We've got a little bit of removal there. Velchist is tall. So, where do I want to blitz? What do I want to blitz? I can take a punch here, which is going to be a 3 dice into a 2 dice. Which it always is very tempting, right? Khorne cares not from where the blood flows. I'm going to overcommit this side because I think I want to punch things. I want to punch things a lot. Yeah, I think I want to blitz here. Send him around, see if we can't punch some goblins. It's funny, we're in a position now where the goblins are the biggest threat to us. Goblins. There's a couple of you in chat who I know will be very appreciative of that. Oh, I should have pushed him deeper actually. That's on me. So I can bring you and you can go there. It's not about the strength. This is solely about just adding tackle zones to dodges. Do you want to try and pick up the ball now? Let's try and pick up the ball, and then if this goes okay, we'll drop him back to there, and then we'll take a YOLO. No. YOLO block on the Snotling just in case. You do have dodge. You've got sidestep, and I've got frenzy. So let's follow up and have 2 more dice. You've still got dodge. All right. Playing poorly, but it's good fun. Ben, your turn. The waiting for... Yeah, that's really annoying. Graham. The waiting for the result of the block test appears on the screen all the time when playing against the AI. Oh dear. FYI, Ben, sometimes when they kick to you, you can select players but do nothing. Only fix I found is to exit in Steam and come back in, only against AI. We're not doing that. Quite like the rumours of pitch size changing, says Thwomp. I'd be interested in a format where both coaches... Oh no, we've lost another lineman. Interested in a format where both coaches roll off for 11s, 7s, Gutter Bowl, or some team variant of whatever size, but with all the same roster. So we did something similar to this. We called it Mega Bowl. And it was I think it was like a first tournament after all the lockdowns and everything. And we were like, we wanted to play, we couldn't play our 11s tournament. We couldn't play our 7s tournament. We wanted to play mixed teams. So we did mixed teams rosters with 2 games of 11s and 2 games of 7s all in one day. It was like 11s, 7s, 7s, 11s. And when you played 7s, you could pick like 11 of your players to use for your 7s roster. It was fantastic. It was not balanced. It was just carnage, and it was absolutely wicked. All right, so I am based by 2 snotlings. We've got some potential. So we're going to take an easy 3-die block, just fishing for pals. We got the POW, actually. We're not going to move. So that frees off 1 snotling. So that does mean I can now blitz this snotling. And I probably want to find a way to do it with a frenzy piece, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. He can take dice here. These guys can take dice here. Right, I'm going to throw some 6-die blocks. Again, fishing for pals. Just to kind of see if we can get some SPP on these guys for the future. Just because it's fun to do. All right, you see if we can fish for pals here. Let's take the dodge star. Take another 3 dice. Dodge star again. That guy lives. Violence, says Papa Z. Oh, I do miss that from the Blood Bowl. Monday night Blood Bowl streams. Alright, we're going to chuck you in there. We're not going to blitz with you. I think we are, however, going to bring this gentleman to there. And we are going to blitz. Oh man, I need blitz. Have I already blitzed? Move, jump over, pass, foul, stand up, block, handoff. I feel like I want to blitz this guy. I've not blitzed already. I'm blue? When would you like to be? When was I blue? Is this my guy? Have I moved him? That's a cool... I have no idea what's going on. Is it even my turn? I am not clear on what is occurring here. You should be wearing that helmet you have on display. Yeah, I would if it wasn't like... It's already 23 degrees today. I'm super English. Blitz is bottom of the screen. Oh, there you go. Well done. Thank you. This is why... apparently I've activated him now, so... Beats me. Beats me. I'm not quite sure I did this. I've no idea. Maybe I moved him. Don't remember moving him. Maybe I blocked with him. Don't remember blocking with him. Who knows? But yeah, let's pass that. There's a colour change bug, pause and unpause. Hey, I wanted to do this just to hang out with you guys and talk Blood Bowl and play a little Blood Bowl and see how it worked. It's good to refresh myself. Can you imagine if I was playing against Khorne and I'm like, how do these things work? I would have got destroyed by him. Right, what we got going on? Ooh, Tabletop Tactics. I've got a Horus Heresy Battle Report today. That'll be fun. Libby and I can watch that this afternoon. What is this? He's used Pro and knocked a guy down. That's a good troll. That's a good troll. Papa Z says the blue thing is an option to make teams more visible. Can default to red versus blue. All right. All right. I mean, it feels wildly wrong for the Khorne team not to be the red team. All right. So let's see if we can't make this less bad now. So we are going to punch this goblin with 2 dice. He is going to explode. We're going to follow up. Okay, that worked. We're going to move this man to here. I don't think that's tackle zones, so that's good. I've got 2 snotlings on my case. So we're going to open up with what I consider to be a free 3-die block. Follow. That should end him. Now I can take a 6-die blitz over here. And we're fishing for pals, and we get the catch. Splat! Success! Success, success, success. Alright, and I think I should be able to continue walking. And we're going to walk to there. You, my friend... actually... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How far can you go? Can you go there? You go there then. You go there, and then you go there, and then we'll tuck the ball carrier all the way up here. And then let's bring chap over here. Round 2. Can I get this far? Can I get this far? I can get this far. Now I have blitzed, which is good. And the only block I've got is against the troll, and it's 2 dice. We're going to skip. We're going to skip that. Playing against the AI really makes you want to YOLO stuff, doesn't it? It's not necessarily positive. Yeah. Call Libyan to help you. You're obviously too old to understand computer games. Feels that. It feels that at the moment. I don't get a chance to play games a lot of the digital variety. All right, Failed Pro is going to take the push. That's not too bad. Prophecy says, yeah, not sure which the UI is not the best. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind it. Certainly not the worst. Okay, now we should have set ourselves up with defensive. Yeah, 6 dice. 6 dice is a lot of dice. Fishing for pals. You, my friend, run away. Get ready to score. And I can't be bothered to find 2 supports. So we'll just farm against goblins for a bit. I tell you what, when you have block, 2 dice is not as happy as 3 dice, shall we say. Let's bring you round to there. And then let's give you a block. Let's drop you to there. It's not frenzy, so have I blitzed yet? I don't think I have. So let's take a blitz on a goblin. This is going to lead me into the troll, but that's okay, because I want to kind of slowly gang up on the troll. Although I have been given a tempted anti-goblin block here. Going the wrong way with this big guy, but that's absolutely fine. Oh, I can't. Fishing for 6s. Didn't quite work out. And then where do I want to go? Where do I want to be? I want to be here. Let's have some more anti-goblin murder. Right, well, we got trips. Playing against the AI makes you YOLO. No, playing as Ben makes you rush, rush, rush. I haven't rushed. I don't think I've... Yeah, I have, actually. Morning, trips. You just got mentioned in a comment on episode 166. So annoying that Trips is always so negative when it comes to hope of more Blood Bowl, and that he's always right. Papazy says 4+ dodge Maestro Trips. Okay, this says it's my turn again. We are not being threatened at all. It's turn 7, so we're going to go for the turn 8. But let's farm some goblins to the fields with you. The fields of serious injuries. Let's grow some SPP. What else we got? Who else can we bully? That's a snotlings doing things as snotlings are wont to do. Triple dodge. I'd rather triple pow. That does free this guy to come up here and help me with a 6-die murdering of this goblin. Boom. I'll take that one. And you can go there. James Lake went, new Skaven team, clan molder team, theme, rat mutants, grotesque experiments, and a beast handlers from Hell Pit. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up to that. I think that's some solid design space that they've got there when it comes to this. We got a pow. We got a pow. Papa Z, thank you very much for becoming a member. The little thing should have popped up on the screen, but This is why we're doing a bit of a test. We're doing a bit of a test. I can blitz. This might not be the right thing to do, but why would you turn down 6 dice, even on a snotling? Push. We can't roll triple skulls, can we, Trips? Push. That was a lot of skulls. That was a lot of skulls. Good news day. New entoyment is opening today. Bonehead Bowl is going to have great venue this year. I am very intrigued by the new entoyment. I think we did the maths, didn't we? And there's like a space for 100 Blood Bowl, 100 people playing Blood Bowl, which is very, very cool because we capped out before, didn't we? Oh my God, it's Richard Saxby. Ooh, Saxby, I need to message you because we need to play some Blood Bowl. And now that Games Workshop have dropped the ball, right, we need to score here. And there's going to be no Blood Bowl news for a while, which means we can film 11s. I need to see if you're free to come and play some 11s sometime, which would be cool. Trip says, never with the skulls. All right, this is a good test because my face is all wibbly, which means I need to dial in the machine a little bit better. Papa Z, that's a lot of tables for Trips to walk around, whispering just 2 minutes, gents. Yeah, Trips, I saw you pop that in the chat. Pete's done a tour. Okay. Where do we want to do? What do we want to do? Block this goblin? Not the best. I think we're going to kill this marauder off, put him there, drop you to there. Loads of people to collect the ball and 2 flankers there. All right, let's just continue playing out this AI. Games Workshop, here's a picture of a bolter. Ben, is this for Blood Bowl? I'm not quite that extreme. You wouldn't even need to show me the picture of the bolter because I would just assume that they are going to put Blood Bowl into a random preview without saying a damn word. That's not optimism. That's just being hurt multiple times. Leads you to understand how Games Workshop doesn't work. Gaz, really looking forward to Bonehead Bowl. I hope I don't get rinsed by Saxby again. Yeah, that was an event. That was an event, I think. All right, 3 dice on this goblin. It's going to be into 2 dice. That's all right. Pow. There we go. Let's see. We get a bit of injury. Happy with that. Bye-bye, goblin. It's funny. Underworld, I thought that's a very bad matchup for Khorne, but they've not taken any of the players that you kind of would fear playing against in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to drop this guy here. It's not the best, but we're going to drop him there. Again, if we can just set up some chonky, multiple diced free blocks. Yeah. Come on, let's just take the 3 dice. Fishing for pows. Big catch. Get the injury. Some more SPP for Khorne Boy. That is actually going to do a thing. I am going to do this. We are going to take this troll out. And we're going to do it by picking up the ball and chucking in the ball carrier on a rush. All right, use the team reroll, pick up the ball, go in for the rush, set myself up with a single 2-die block on a troll. If this goes badly, we're going to be setting ourselves up for a bad block after, but we power the troll. There we go. Go over there, go away. Not time. Yay, we KO'd the troll. That is just viciously successful. Stephen says, I think that's exactly what happens. I'm just hoping for the 40th anniversary release next year. Imagine an art book, a reprint of first edition. Oof. First edition was rough. First edition would take a little while on the stream. Saxby's running his own event beginning of next year. Fantastic. I think BT's playing your league at the moment, isn't he? Ben Rush. It was due to happen. Absolutely. We'll take the push here. So now the troll's gone. this is just utter cakewalk. But it's against the AI anyway, right? So it's just going to happen. So to summarize, the preview had a load of cool stuff. None of it was for Blood Bowl. 2 die up, double pow. There you go. Half, 2/3 of the way to you. Saxby, what's the event? Where's the event? When's the event? Because that is cool. I'm glad you're still Blood Bowling. I know you took a side quest into 40k land. Now, taking 6 die fishing block against a Snotling here without actually checking what I wanted to achieve this turn may not have been the best thing. He's actually set himself up now for a goblin 1 die block on this guy. Right, what can I punch? How can I punch? Where can I punch well? Probably want to do something about the fact that I've got my ball carrier marked by goblins. And a first 2 die block. Push into push is fine. That means we've got a 3 die here. Yeah, well, 6 die actually. So we can drop him up and take him out, which is merry. And another casualty. That's good. We're farming some SPP on the Khorne team. Who knew playing against the stunty team it would go so well? Let's see if we can block you over there and make a bit of a running lane. And we'll follow up. First game against myself was a great hit of nostalgia. Oh yes, he's running the lizards. Do not blitz with the ball carrier, Ben. You do not need to blitz with the ball carrier. Still winning on 40k was Bonehead Bowl that reignited. Oh, really? That's cool. Second league season is 16 players. That's wicked. 7th of February. Oh no. Trips, if you're still in chat, when's Beachhead? When's Beachhead? 7th of February is, I think, when's Bloodtime's birthday? Is it the 8th? It's around about the same time, isn't it? So, that is interesting. Okay. Blitzing a Snotling, it's worth attempting. I wish to blitz you, please. 3 dice. We will follow up though, because it's 1 square closer, and then that'll do. See if we can't squeeze a 2-0, a 2-1 out against the AI. Because I think that's about the same time as Beachhead. I'm hoping that where Libby's settling down a bit now, next year. Yeah, he killed himself. Fantastic. Beachhead is 8th to 9th of February. What? Yeah, that does sound like Beachhead weekend. Well, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is a Khorne Gore. And let's take a 6 die opener here. Push. Again, fishing for power. 7th and 8th of February. 7th and 8th of February. Right, there you go. So it is Beachhead weekend. Is he going to sidestep back on the ball carrier like he should? Yes. Let's go for another 2. It's only 2 dice, but we got the power we wanted, and we're going to stay put. More SPP. Right, let's go. I've got another Snotling here, so another 6 die frenzy. Man, this is not a fair matchup. That's a lot of both downs. But we touched a 9 die block. A 9 die block to take this Snotling out, and he didn't even die. Right, let's mosey on up to there. And bring this guy into there. And then we're going to take a multiple dice block here and tuck in the goblin. Because it's bedtime. There we go. Get the POW, drop him down. Am I? That's me. That's me. That's me. I'm so used to sidestep now. Papa Z, same diff. Same diff. Right, let's see if we can't. This is going to be fine. It's still going to be 2 dice into 2 dice. So pow pow. No, I'm not interested. It might have been worth taking the both down then at that point, just because we got significantly better armor. Could have been the right thing to do. But yes, that could be good. So as it stands, preview was fun, no Blood Bowl news, and we are still pending. But trips and everybody, it means we can get cracking with the Bonehead Championship now without having to worry too much about, let's take the 6 dive, let's just fish for pals without having to worry too much about Game Structure dropping a new team or a new edition halfway through. That makes me feel much better. Can I get... Oh, it's a big old way, isn't it? So let's drop you there. Let's just set up the big guys for some murderizing next turn. Let's bring up Khorne Dog to there. Have I forgotten anybody? Let's bring up this guy to blitz him. From the corner, Silith, same armor between your liners and the goblins, but they got stunty injury. Yeah, it's that stunty extra bit of removal. It just means so much survival. But yeah, Marauders are soft, aren't they? I guess I'd kind of forgotten how soft they were. Let's do this. Oh, have I blitzed? I've already blitzed. Ah, oh, foolishness. Shenanigans. Tomfoolery. Pass. Alright, we're setting up here. They've got 3 goblins and a snotling left. So we're gonna get the 2-1 grind. Who knew? Who knew the 2-1 grind was Khorne's friend? I mean, playing against Underworld, I expected gutter runners. I was obviously very excited to play against gutter runner, but was not afforded the opportunity. There's a pair of skulls and a pow. There we go. Rewarded. Let's drop him up there. Blue armor on Khorne, it just doesn't make a huge amount of sense. I don't know what I just did, but that looked like there was dice. No, we're okay. Gus Dollar says, it'll be a disaster with the temptation to run giant Fen Beast, 2 trees, no alignment, and no rerolls. Beachhead is tempting. That is a monster of a roster. This is what I absolutely love about the fact that Blood Bowl tournaments can do such absolute nonsense, is because you get these builds. This is why Bonehead Bowl is without a shadow of a doubt the best Blood Bowl format. You can do these builds which is just going to get you a game that you've never played before and highly likely to never play again. Let's bring him to there. And let's just squeeze the goblin, pow, pop his brains out. Smush. Classic Noblar was hiding behind the warrior, making you dodge. Oh yes, there he is. See, this is actually very useful. It has been a while since I played Blood Bowl 3. Jumped on, played a couple of games when the Khorne stuff released because people were like, Blood Bowl 3 is better now. And do you know what? It is better. It's not bad, actually. There's a couple of weird things about it, but it's definitely working. Yeah, the fact he made the dodge is pretty pretty good. Okay, I want to go 1, 2. I can't surf the goblin, so let's hold fast for now. Do you know what? These two have got unresolved combat issues, so let's check for Noblars. We are free. So let's take 6 dice on the goblin. And another hit to come with 3 dice. No, goblin does not go down. But let's tuck him over there. Now we can surf him, which we have to do. Watch this. Triple power coming up. Push. Pushes are good. Anything but 3 both down skulls. Push. He's off. Bye-bye, goblin. You are injured as well. Not the SPP. Just click G to show the squares, says John Lewis. Oh! Shiver my timbers. That's quite good. Ah, that actually looks like Blood Bowl now. I've got 1 square, so just to stop anything absolutely dire happening. Oh wow, I do significantly, I do like that a lot more. So let's put this guy here. Strength 3. Let's drop him there. And then let's take Let's take the block. 3-die block with the ball carrier. No rerolls. Both down. Ball is loose, but we took out a goblin. If you press B, it colours back to normal. There we go. Thank you, guys. Silith says, my local league is allowing secret league teams. And I heard something about Tourplay supporting them too. Tourplay have got a couple of secret teams on there. And by a couple, I mean half a dozen. All right, is he going to re-roll it? He doesn't re-roll it. The goblin goes down, tries to catch the ball. Snotling doesn't get the ball. Okay. Is that the Snotling? Is that the remaining Snotling? This is unwise. This is unwise, but this Snotling is the enemy now. And by doing this, he could actually get himself onto the ball. I don't care. It's the Snotling that made this guy take a dodge. I love Snotlings. I love Snotlings. I remember when Rich used to run a Snotling-only Ogre team on Blood Bowl 2, actually. Alright, so everybody is basically dead. We do need the ball, though, and it's going to have to be... Right, Khorne Gore here, 0 SPP, 0 SPP, 2 SPP is not going to be enough. So let's get the ball and tuck in there and drop him into there. Now, there could be... It could be a one-shot Goblin Blitz coming from the AI, but let's see if they put that together. Yeah, Silith, I love the idea of adding secret teams, and the fact that Tourplay's got them makes it super accessible for everybody else. I'm big fan of that. All right, this is my 16, so let's go. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, get the TD. All right. Okay, so Blood Bowl 3 with AI. I'm baffled by... I think we're going to actually have to kick for one turn, aren't we? Yes, yes, yes. I know you're happy. Very good. Very good. It's fine. It's fine, isn't it? BBT Nobler only is pretty fun. Morgan Bertha every match. It is funny. Like... I don't know what I missed that. I don't know what's happening. You're blocking me. Blood Bowl 2, having those older stars, the other stars and stuff, it does bring a sense of nostalgia now. It really does, which is very cool. Still my best win rate with the team. I remember they're doing that really upset the Two Drunk Flings team because they were doing halflings only. That was back in the before times though, wasn't it? Back in the before times. Material Witness, can you explain secret teams, please? Really new to Blood Bowl. Okay, so when it comes to Blood Bowl, there is a thing called Fumble, which is a Java-based way of playing Blood Bowl. So if you want to play Blood Bowl, but you want to do it with Game Boy graphics, you can play Fumble. It's a very good way to play actual Blood Bowl. You can play all the normal teams on there, but because Fumble's been around forever, they've got this unofficial league where they've got a whole bunch of unofficial teams, and they're called secret teams. And there's maybe, I don't think there's as many as there used to be, but we're talking 50, 60 other teams for Blood Bowl. You've got Squig teams, Ghost teams, Were teams, different Chaos teams. It's just a whole bunch of very cool unofficial teams for Blood Bowl, and it's just a really great way to play it. Okay, so we go to our roster. This is me. I've leveled up. Cool. Do I go to the Khorne team? Any good SPPs? Khorne Gore with 11 SPPs. I mean, why would you want him to have anything other than block to make him really good? Sure Hands is actually quite useful, but we're going to roll him some randoms. Whee! Strip ball. Okay. Actually, Jug, strip ball's good. Let's have another random. Fend. That's rubbish, but that's okay. How do we get back to the team? We press the back button. Who else has got SPPs? This Bloodseeker. Let's give him a random. Confirm. Pro could be good. A Bloodseeker with a random general. Dauntless could be useful against big guys. We've got a Khorne who's going to get a random skill. Dirty player. We've got a Fouling Khorne. We've got Khorne here. This is a terrible way to brew up Fend as well. Ugh. And Lucky Snack. I think he's priced himself out now of SPPs. But good fun. Good fun. It doesn't work terribly poorly. It's okay. So I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Could be better, but it's not that bad. Quick check. 98 secret teams. If you want to play with 8 witch elves, you can. Yeah, that's a fun roster. They've also got some great gutter runner stuff there as well. I know block is the right skill. Libby keeps looking behind the TV to see if you're there. Oh, that's cute. Had to recount. You're right. 98 with 3 extras. The Secret League is just so good. Right, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to wrap up now and go see the girls. But yeah, let me know either in the Discord or in the comments or anything like that what we should do with Blood Bowl Breakfast moving forward, because I think it's a good opportunity to hang out, play some Blood Bowl 3. I would kind of like it to be the place where we play and check in on the Blood Bowl 3 league that we need to set up for the Bonehead Discord. That'd be quite cool to do. But otherwise, like, it's just a good chance to hang out, catch up with Blood Bowl news. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up, guys. Thank you very much for joining. We'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Happy blocking.